Greetings Autobots and welcome back to Autobot ASMR's Transformers figure reviews. I'm going to be taking a look at another Legacy figure, but one from the recent Legacy United line, and this one's a special treat for you guys. I'm going to be doing the Legacy United Voyager class animated Optimus Prime. So let's get stuck in with the vehicle mode. The Optimus Prime here is a red and blue truck. Are you surprised? Well, you shouldn't be. He's always been a red and blue truck. What are you talking about? You can see here, we got some lovely detail all over the truck. You know, the little light bar picked out in clear plastic, translucent red and blue. Painted here. Some nice window detail. Wish they used a bit of yellow here for these little headlights, but they did use some nice black and silver and yellow across here. The bumper, as you can see, this is a very stylized truck. I think in the show Optimus Prime was a fire truck, so this is a lot more of a stylized vehicle than, say, G1 Optimus Prime or Bayverse Optimus Prime. Even the War for Cybertron trilogy, this is just in a league of its own in terms of visual design. But yeah, you've got wheels here, the wheels here. They roll decently enough, though can't really roll them on this table because of the surface. Come into the back, got a nice little clean cab here. I like how they've dealt with the feet. They don't just stick out to the side, but they fold over and create this little truck bed. No trailer hitch, but then again, this is a fire truck, so it wasn't really meant for carrying that. If you hear pitter pattering, that's just Toby. He's just wandering around. For some reason, he's just walking back and forth, sniffing the floor. Dogs, they can be weird. So that's pretty much it for the vehicle mode, and I think it looks quite good. I think it gets the job done perfectly. Loving recreation of the original character design, while also updating it with modern engineering and detail. So let's get down to the transformation. So what I like to do first is just come around to the top of the truck here and grab this whole light bar portion and just bring it back. Take this whole front windshield and just bring it down. You can see it reveals the head. He's just hanging out. Take this whole portion here and unpack it just to free it up. And what you're going to want to do is just get this out of the way, lift this up, and there's a little slot that this tab goes into that you're just going to want to coax it out like that, and that will free up these wheels. You can just bring these down. Or actually, first what I like to do is take this section here, and it's on a little rotating assembly. You're going to want to rotate it here up the upper hinge. Rotate it. Let's see, hang on. We'll come back to that in a bit. It's just clearance wise. I'm doing it in a bit of an unorthodox way. So we'll come into the leg. We'll work on the legs first. So just take the feet, flip them up, bring them down here, unpeg at the side, unpeg the legs. They're a little bit stiff, but they come apart all the same. So just separate the legs. Bring this up, it's on a little hinge here, so you can just push it up and then angle it appropriately. Take the foot and just accordion it down, and it will sort of lock itself into place. Straighten the leg out. We'll just repeat the same process. Flip that in. And there we go. Now we can take this whole section here and just, let's see. Come on. There we go. Now we can just rotate this around. So this chest piece or ab section is facing forward. Take these wheel wells and you're just going to want to angle them because there's a little tab right here that's going to fit into a slot on the wheel. So just make sure it will fit in at an angle. So just bring that down, and then you're going to want to take this whole backpack piece, bring it down on this hinge, and there's little tabs here that are going to connect with slots on the backpack. There we go, nice and secure. Now you're going to want to take the robot chest, and you've got these little bits here. I think what happens is there's there's little clear plastic bits here which will fit into these slots here. So just push that in, nice and secure. And you're going to want to straighten out what will be the arms. Come around to the side, unpeg, or untap it, bring it down, and then you're just going to want to take this little bit here, open it up, and it will reveal the fist. Close that back up. Now you have an arm all done. So we'll just repeat the same process on the other side. The second burst is indeed just like the first. So just bring that down. There we go. It's sometimes it can be a bit finicky, but it's only whenever I'm on camera does the robot want to fight me. And here we have Optimus Prime, and I think he looks terrific. He's a near spitting image of the animated character model, though it's just he's a little bit more blocky and chunky, but that's to fit with the more Generation 1 style, so that you could put an animated legacy figure on a shelf and it would look like it would fit in place, but it still has that distinct look of the angles, especially with the windshield. It's so clearly animated Optimus, there's no mistaking it. But let's get in close here so we can take a look at the details. His head here, nice little paint on the face, little silver. I do wish you had an alternate head or something where you could flip up the visor, but I still think the head looks quite lovely. A nice baby blue picked out there for the face, nice blue for the eyes. Little Autobot symbol there on his left shoulder. Nice paint apps across the body. I think he looks quite good. Come on, there's some unpainted parts, but you know my stance. Less paint the chips, so it's not all doom and gloom. But to come into the forearms, there's some nice paint on the forearms, though I think the fists are unpainted. I think so, yeah. I'm just not too sure, but yeah, this guy is quite awesome looking. Now let's talk posability, because modern day Transformers figures, as you know, are very advanced in terms of their posing. So we can do a Christ air, a full rotation at the arm. The elbow is double jointed for transformation. You've got a elbow or forearm swivel, and your wrist swivel. So you've got a pretty good range of motion at the hands. Waist can swivel, can rotate the full 360. Legs can move out that far, slightly impeded by the nature of this little crotch piece. Legs can kick up that far and kick pretty well over 90. And you have a really good pivot at the foot. So posability wise, this guy is quite impressive. You can get him into some really good battle poses, and that's not even mentioning his accessory. So let's just pop Prime up here. There we go. Because Prime comes with his Energon axe, like in the show, and you can pull this little bit out here and extend it, or you can just have him wielding it like this, and I think the axe looks quite good. It's not a piddly little tiny thing, it's a proper detailed painted axe. Got a nice little clear plastic piece here, a little exhaust port which is blast effect compatible, so if you want to have the axe look like it's got a rocket booster going chopping up some Decepticons, you can totally do that. Nice silver paint here, a little screw detail here, and the blade cast out in a lovely blue plastic, or clear blue plastic. So I have one complaint though, is that the axe in this state, it's not very stable on my figure. You know, if we just take the arm up and plug it in, it's just a little bit loose for my liking, but he holds it perfectly well. It's not like it drags him down or anything, but the real fun for me is just getting into a pose, just to show what I'm talking about. If you get him dual or holding it with both hands, so just bring this up, maybe bring it across. Oh no, don't follow me. You're an not falling on me. Last thing I need is a big noise ruining the show. Oh, Toby just snored there. Here, let me take a sip of my drink. Good stuff. Let's just move it back a little bit. So just take the axe, pull this little bit, send me flying back, and then slot it through the fist. Now it will take a little bit of wiggle room just to get it to fit through here. It kind of bends it a bit, but it doesn't really put too much pressure on it. So there you have Optimus Prime wielding his Energon axe, and I think it looks quite cool. Actually, just angle up a little bit more. Just the posability and the range you can get with this guy makes him more than worth the price, if you ask me. If you were unsure about, pardon me, if you're unsure about legacy animated figures with Prowl and Bulkhead, let Optimus and Bumblebee completely sway your disbeliefs, because this guy is fantastic. And I'm not even just saying that as an Optimus Prime fan, as someone who just appreciates Transformers as action figures and display pieces as well. This guy, he absolutely smashes it. Dare I say this is a near perfect replication. I just wish it was a bit more animation accurate in terms of its style, but for what it's worth, I can't bellyache too much. I think it looks quite good. You could also have him wielding the axe like that with one hand. You could have him do like a Autobots. Well, I don't really know his voice from animated. Truth be told, I haven't watched the show all that much. We could have him be like, Autobots, we charge into battle together. Something like that, you know, probably something that Optimus would say. Quintessential Optimus Prime. So, that's about it for Optimus Prime's robot mode. So, let's transform him back into his vehicle mode to close off the video. I have to say, getting this guy was actually quite simple in comparison to a lot of other figures I've had reserved, because for some reason I got this figure a day or so early than most other reviewers. So I said to myself, do you know what? May as well go for it. I'm filming this video quite late, I understand, but well, you know, things happen and we can't always account for things that go on in life. But I'll tell you what though, I feel like doing this show, it never really gets old for me. A lot of people, some people may ask, what's your thought process? And I say, really? Oftentimes I just wing it. You know, I don't have a script, I don't really have a prompt sheet. There are general structure, or general bits of structure I follow the video, like posability, transformation, guiding the watcher, or guiding folks through the transformation, but it's not really something that I really give too much thought to. I just go for it and wing it. Pardon me, hiccups. So let's just bring that piece. I'll tell you what though guys, I've been watching and playing a lot of Dragon Ball stuff recently. I was watching or playing Dragon Ball Z Kakarot on my PlayStation 5, and I'm really enjoying that game. As someone who never really watched Dragon Ball but loves big mental fight scenes and just awesome battles, the show really, it's just really fun. I was playing a bit of Kakarot again, and I love the fight the first fight between Goku and Vegeta. Just the camera work, the action, cinematography, just the way it's framed. Dragon Ball, it's not quite your ordinary anime. It's like a big Toby's snort or sleeping on the other side. He's a tired baby, but there you go. He's had a very busy day of eating and playing with his chew toys, and that's about it. Let's just, I forgot to mention here, in the other part of the transformation there is a little hook tab that just hooks on to here, so be wary of that just in case you forget. But yeah, Dragon Ball, I might make a video of me playing Kakarot and just commentating over it, maybe giving my 2 cents on Dragon Ball as a newbie to the series. But let me know if you guys are interested. I know I'll still probably make the video, but I'd like to know if you guys would enjoy watching a Dragon Ball Kakarot gameplay ASMR video. Come to think of it, maybe Optimus does have a bit of weapon storage. If I just plug the axe in, you've got little ports, or posts and ports. So you could probably just, I mean, you don't need to, but just, you can kind of plug it in here. It looks a bit off, but hey, it's weapon storage if you want to. Or maybe, I was going to say maybe you could rotate it so the axe is facing the back, but alas, it seems like you cannot. Just make sure everything's all squeezed together. And there we go. There we have Legacy United Voyager class Optimus Prime back in his truck mode. I hope you guys enjoyed this impromptu Optimus Prime ASMR video. As usual, let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this video, and if you want to see more, feel free to like and subscribe, and leave a comment while you're at it for future video suggestions, or maybe even figures that you would like to see me cover on the channel at some stage. I'm always open to you guys' suggestions, so don't be afraid to hit me up and give me a figure that you would like to see. Or not give me, but give me a suggestion for a figure that I'd like to, or you would like me to recommend. Maybe I do need a script, because sometimes I just end up going and I just completely lose my train of thought. But with all that being said, this is Autobot ASMR, signing off for the night. Autobots, transform and roll out to bed. I'm going to take one last sip of my drink before ending this video.